Out of Shasta College, here we are, June 20th already. Time is fleeting quickly, getting hotter and hotter. This weekend's going to be hot. So stay cool, stay hydrated, keep reading the book, look at the chapter that has concerns William Shakespeare. It's in the early days of the book. Chapter, you have to look it up. 2, I believe it is, page 25, somewhere in there. We're going to talk about William Shakespeare. You can write your paper on that. That's essay number 2. Before I get to that, though, I want to just say I graded a bunch of papers today. The first essay, it's going to take me a couple more days to finish it. I'm impressed with what I'm seeing. I'm going to point out a couple of mistakes that you don't want to have to make. If you're going to, you need to use some references because you're just not making this stuff off the top of your head. And so you must put in a works cited page. If you don't have that, you lose points. Make sure it's 3 pages minimally. You can go as many as 5, but don't go over 5. That's a lot of reading for me. And so control your words, and always keep asking yourself, why does this person matter? Why does Martin Luther matter? To this day, he matters. And try to get the essence of that through your research, through the videos I'm showing you, through the readings, through all that good stuff. And hopefully you're learning something new. That's what the whole class is all about, right? The other thing is please proofread. I'm getting some misspellings that shouldn't be there. That always looks bad. I don't take off for that. This is not an English course, but make sure you read your paper out loud. It really helps. Read it out loud to yourself. And if you can, have someone read it out loud back to you. That really helps. Anyway, it helps with the flow, making sense, the whole bit. So here we go. One other thing about the journals, I will post a sample of the journal later on today in announcements. That's what the journals should look like. It's like a diary. You write it every week for 6 or 7 weeks, however long this class is. Each entry is about a paragraph. What we said, what I said, what I lectured on, what you saw in documentaries, what you wrote about, and how you felt about it. That helps me so I could go on to the next classes and see what's missing, what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so I'm learning with you. Okay, even though I've been doing this for 20 years, I'm still learning all the time from you. So keep up the good work. What else? And we don't upload the journals until the last week in school. So save them in a file. Thank you. Yeah, real quick, William Shakespeare. Now, when I ask him about these papers, I don't care what day he was born, what school he went to. That's all easily research material from a Wikipedia site or some other such thing. I want you guys to look deeper than that and try to figure out why he matters. I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a little something right now. Think about all the phrases that Shakespeare has said. You know them. You say them without even knowing. We all do. But one of the most important sentences ever uttered in the English language is simply to be or not to be. From Hamlet. He's in an existential crisis. You know what that is? It means it's a crisis of faith, a crisis of who he is. We all go through it. We all ask ourselves that question. I'm still asking myself that question because I'm always struggling to find out meaning in my life. Maybe you are too. Hopefully you are. It never stops. That's called growing and gaining wisdom and knowledge. And at that moment, Hamlet is in despair. He's lost his beloved father to his murderous uncle and his own mother, who conspired with his uncle. It's a tragedy of the highest order. You know what defines a tragedy? A tragedy is bad things happened to a good person. Hamlet is a good person. He's the hero of the piece, but he's going down. He's going to take a lot of people with him because he's not evil. He's trying to do the right thing. And that's why it's tragic. So look at it. Try to figure out that sentence. You can write your whole paper on that. People have written master thesis, doctoral thesis on that simple line alone. That's how deep in meaning and important it is. I'm going to post some samples this week online on your documentary and modules rather, on Shakespeare and Hamlet, just to give you some more insights. But this stuff's all on YouTube. It's all out there in the world. Um, there's a ton of research on William Shakespeare and the play Hamlet. It's okay to focus on the one play. You can focus on Romeo and Juliet, the classic romance between two teenagers from warring families. It's going to end up tragic because they're good kids and they're going to end up bad. The tragedy of Macbeth. Macbeth isn't a bad guy. His wife is evil. Lady Macbeth makes him do things he didn't think about before. She's greedy. He was definitely a loyal soldier until she got it in his head that he needed to be king. And how do you do that? You start killing everyone around you. Then you have blood in their hands. And it destroys everyone. It destroys Macbeth. It destroys Lady Macbeth, who takes her own life because she can't live any longer with the murders most foul. Shakespeare matters because he wrote this stuff 600 years ago in a poetic language that was understood by everybody at the time. And we're still studying it. We still go see Shakespeare, Hamlet, Macbeth. Midsummer Night's Dream is playing somewhere in the world at all times. Go up here up the road to Ashland, you'll see Shakespeare plays. You should treat yourself to it once. You should see live Shakespeare performed because it's different than when you read it. To see it performed is different. Plays, which I'll talk about later when we cover American playwrights, should be seen, not necessarily read. Okay, so he died 600 years ago, and we're still trying to understand how he understood us, the human condition, so well. And you know what? We haven't changed. The technology has. We're still longing for meaning, longing for love, longing to do right, longing to find our place in the world. That never changes. Only thing that changes now is what if you got the iPhone 14 to 15, or if you got an electric car or a motor scooter or a bicycle. Technology changes. Basic human beings do not. That's all for this week. I'll post this stuff on Shakespeare in the next day or so. And your final paper, I'll probably post that tomorrow. It'll be due in a week. Don't wait till the last minute to write it. I could tell if it's rushed. You have a whole week to do it. That's a lot. And keep up in your journals. If you have any questions, contact me at rexhaas@yahoo.com. If you're going to be late on a paper and the assignment is closed, simply tell me you're late and attach it to an email to my email. And yes, you'll lose some points for being late, but it's better than no points, okay? You could go from an A to a B in this class by missing one assignment. So you could go to a B to a C by missing two. So see how quickly you could go down? Keep up the good work. Stay cool. Do something creative this week, this weekend. Get out and about. Take a swim at the lake. Summer's here. And the time is right to enjoy what we have. See you down the road.